Family First. Our topic today is how can the youngsters overcome depression? Few days back, a student from a very popular college in Chennai jumped off from the third floor of a building and committed suicide. This is third such incidents in the last 2 months. What's happening with the youngsters? Why are they taking such extreme steps? I request parents to observe for the signs of depression in the youngsters.
Last week, I met one of my former students. He came to us for training when he had completed his 12th standard. Now he has completed his engineering with a history of arrears. I asked him what happened. He fell in love with a girl. Right from the first year he was in love with the girl, and they were on and off and on and off. They used to have disputes. Now currently, the girl has split up with him and doesn't want to talk to him ever again. He is under severe depression. The boy wants to commit suicide. Now do you know what is the most shocking thing in this? The parents, for all the 4 years of his engineering, never had an inkling, a single idea as to what is happening to the boy. In our joint family system, we used to have grandparents, uncle, aunt, and even senior cousins. If there was any problem with the youngster, with the teenager, at least a cousin would find out, if not an uncle or the granddad, and the whole support system would come and encourage him. But today, parents are very busy. Parents have their own social activities, they all have their business to do, they have the career, and nobody understands what is happening to these youngsters over here. Fortunately for this boy, we were able to counsel him and help him to recover. But the sad part is there are millions of youngsters who are going through all this trauma and there is nobody there to help them.
Just 3 days ago, one of the teenagers known to us had a skirmish with her parents. This girl was doing her BSc second year and her parents did not approve of her buying new clothes. They verbally abused her and physically beat her up. This girl, in a fit of rage, consumed poison and ended her life. Now, do you think this is a first time incident? No. Her father has resorted to similar behavior even in the past. He has brutally beaten her and bruised her up to the extent that she was admitted in the hospital. Few times this girl had even threatened to end her life. The parents were cognizant of this behavior, but they failed to mend their ways. I would say it was total lack of awareness and poor communication skill on part of the parents that had killed this girl. So what are the ways in which we can help these youngsters to come out of depression?
Now, how do we help these children come out of depression? The first thing all parents can do is use the mood meter. Every morning or evening, when the child comes from school or college, check out their mood. How do we check out the mood? Ask them, how happy are they on a scale of 1 to 10? If they say 7 or 8 or 9, it means they are very happy. In case they say 3 or 4, there is some problem. Next, ask them, how is your energy level on a scale of 1 to 10? If they say 8, 9, 10 or even 20, that means they have a lot of energy. If they say my energy is 3, 4, 5, they have some kind of challenge. The next thing we do is, if they are in a bad mood, their mood meter is less, there is some problem. Now how do we solve the problem? Parents, our next job is to listen. Just sit down and let them vent out their emotions. Let them pour it out. And our job is to listen, listen, listen. Listen. Not give them your judgment, not give them your opinion, and for heaven's sake, not our advice. The children just want to vent out their problems. They want to share about what happened with the teachers. They may have had some challenge with a group of students. Many of them have problems in their subjects because of which they find it very difficult to cope up with their studies. Some of them get worried about the placement. I may not get a placement. And some of them may have emotional problems with a boy or a girl. It could be anything. Our job is to listen, because the best cure, the best treatment is for somebody to hear out what they say.
Dear parents, let them cry. Let the youngsters bring out all their emotions. Here is a powerful tip for you. The youngsters can be encouraged to write journals. All their emotions can be articulated through vocabulary, through words. Let them not hide their feelings. Let them pour it out. Let them bring it out. Many great writers like Tagore were able to pen down their emotion and rose to great heights. Dear parents, encourage the youngsters to come out with their feelings. Write it down. Make it a habit.
The third method that we can use to help children get out of emotional problems or depression is Gestalt. Gestalt, G-E-S-T-A-L-D, is a German word which means the sum is larger than the parts. This is a method by which people can integrate their emotional problems. It's a very powerful psychoanalytical tool. We need not get into much of psychoanalysis over here. What we can do is we can tell the child to go to a room. Now here Sagarika has a problem with a friend. Her friend broke a promise and she is very upset about it. So what I asked Sagarika to do is go into a room where nobody is there, no one is present, and she becomes the friend for the time being. So this is Sagarika's friend and Sagarika is over here. And the friend will talk to Sagarika and then Sagarika would talk back, and by having this conversation they are able to, or she is able to integrate the thoughts together. Let's see what she does.
Sagarika, I am extremely sorry. I should not have told that to my friend. I know that you shared that secret with me, but I just wanted to tell it to her. I thought, you will become friends. But I am extremely sorry. I did not have I couldn't do anything. I was talking to her and it suddenly just came out. I blurted out your secret. I am sorry.
And then Sagarika comes over here and she speaks to a friend and they patch up.
But how can you do this to me? It's a secret. I told you so many times not to tell it to anyone and it should be between us. But you can't tell it to her. But no, you're breaking our friendship rules. This is not right. You have to convince me. You have to motivate me. But when you tell it to somebody else, why should they know my secret? I told you. I did not tell them.
Now this conversation will continue. We are not going to have a psychotherapeutic session over here. But when Sagarika does it, she can shout, she can scream, she can vent out her feelings. And once she is able to integrate herself through Gestalt, she comes out of the room feeling much better. Now she is able to handle her emotions. Now parents, don't you think we can teach our child to adopt this technique to handle their emotions? Possibly we could also do it.
So dear parents and elders, let us remember that the youngsters have 4 hungers which they would like to fulfill. First, hunger of appreciation. Appreciate them. Appreciate them for every small or big activity. Anything. They get a good score in the test. They fold their bed sheet. They get up early. They do some help at the house. Any small or big work should be appreciated. Second, they have hunger for love. Love them. Hug them. Give them all your love. That is what they asked for. They have hunger for service. Youngsters like to help. Encourage them to help. Support them to help. And finally, they have the hunger for feeling physically good. Parents, elders, let us teach the youngsters to feel physically good. Teach them how to look good, smell good, dress good, feel good. That will increase their confidence. Recently, when we attended one workshop by Life Positive, there the facilitator told us one incident. He was approached by a youngster who wanted to commit suicide. This facilitator told him to wait for 30 days and then go ahead with his plan. But he said, in these 30 days you must promise me one thing. Every day you should get up early, shave, have a bath, dress well, go out and meet people. Come back after 30 days, then we will see. This boy came back after 30 days and the facilitator asked him, so what happened to your plan of committing suicide? This youngster said, suicide? I don't want to commit suicide. I am enjoying life. I am happy. So friends, encourage the youngsters, be with them, support them, give them your love, give them your appreciation. What more are they asking for?
So friends, finally let us recap the points. How do we help the youngsters get out of depression? Number 1, check their mood meter. Ask them on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are they? Ask them on a scale of 10, their energy level. And then listen. The second, a very important point is make them write the journal. By writing, they introspect. And by writing, they discover themselves. And that is a very powerful tool. The third tool is ask them to go to a room and make them do a gestalt and figure out their complete self. Number 4, appreciate them, encourage them, hug them, love them, make them wear the best of clothes, let them go and exercise, have a good bath, and by that way you're going to have enthusiastic children, full, gung-ho, and always on top of their emotions rather than being under their emotions. We will keep working with you, and we want you to, if you really like these videos, definitely share, subscribe and help 3 families by sharing these videos. We are also coming out of the book S&S Family First, a wonderful book on how a family goes from absolute a down state right to the very top. And finally, to wind up, we are S&S Family First. Let's build a family to build the nation.